And our third big speaker for tonight is Oja Dr. Anju Shantikumar, Professor of English from Hongkou Jelivin University, Taiwan. Oja, welcome to our debate.
Good evening, Amrita. Thank you for having me.
Junaid has said that regarding the talks of SoO abrogation and also extension, they are merely a distraction because the central ministries, the central government, they are not sincere, especially regarding the violation of human rights of the indigenous people in Manipur. Although Oja Shandikumar, how would you respond to that? Do you also agree to that? And also, I would like to raise another question to you, which is that earlier this month, in June, 9th of June specifically, there was a meeting arranged by the Ministry of Home Affairs where the UPF ZOMI did not participate. They said that the result of that meeting they already know it and they were indifferent to it. They were invited, but they did not participate. Do you think that this is because even though the meeting was slated to be discussed regarding their SoO ground rules or even extension or abrogation and all of that, they did not participate? Do you think that they would not like whatever outcome there is, or they're still trying to negotiate on their terms, and what could that be? And also, is that a sign that there is some division within the Kuki community when it comes to SoO agreement? Your points, Oza.
First of all, a very good evening to Amrita, to my dear panelists, and to all the elite viewers. Yes, I agree with Professor Jinai regarding the dramas plays by the central government. They use the name of SoO, abrogate or extension, all to get done their hidden agendas. And we never know what kind of hidden agendas they have, but it is very clear that central government has hidden agendas. So for the last more than 2 years, this conflict has been going on, and even though the state government, the Manipur government, withdrew from the SoO agreement on March 10, 2023, but central government didn't withdraw the SoO agreement. That means they like to use these Kukizo militants to get something done. So this is the hidden agendas. And to your second questions about the absence of the UPF ZOMI group, the United People's Front, the ZOMI militant groups, they didn't participate, even though the main agenda was to discuss about the future of the Kukizo SoO groups. I think I'm not so sure. It's hard to say because they are very unpredictable groups, because they don't follow rules, they don't follow ground rules, they don't follow anything. So they only fix on separate administration or getting separate administration or getting union territory. So they're not ready to talk about anything. They're not ready to discuss about anything except separate administration or union territory. So probably UPF knew there would be results which would be unacceptable to their thinking, to their goals of separate administration and union territory. So that could be one reason. And another reason could be, as you mentioned, like they didn't like they didn't accept Dr. Salin Haukip's Haukip representing the Kuki communities. Yeah. So yeah, from this also we can say that there is a lack of unity and solidarity. But people, we Meiteis and Meitei, many times we say, oh, they are very united. Meiteis are not united. Not really. That's not really true. There are so many disagreements. There are so many disunity and no solidarity between these groups, among them, actually. But in some cases, they will come together to fight against us. But yes, when they fight against us, they might be very united. But there are many cases, there are many questions where they cannot be united and they cannot be, they cannot put the solidarity, between them, among them. So it's very hard to say if how far these groups will be disunited or united, time will bring. So I think the best way for the central government is, actually to solve the present conflict depends a lot on the central government, not to the cookies or not to the Meiteis. And so if the central government likes to finish this conflict, seize this conflict, it's a piece of cake. But however, central government doesn't like to close this conflict because they are looking for something, some hidden agendas to be accomplished in the future. Probably they are also thinking about the election results coming next year, right? So not far from now. So they are also, the central government is also thinking about the results of election. And I don't know what kind of drama, but this meeting, this abrogation of SoO or SoO extension is, I think, one of the dramas central government likes to play, and they are playing. In some time ago, they like to remove Manipur from the transport bus, right, from the state bus. So that was one drama, and this could be another drama. So one issue finished, then another issue they will, bring out, and they will play the drama. So this is how India central government likes to play. So, if they like to finish the conflict, it's piece of cake for them. If they like to continue, yes, they will continue. So it is very, very difficult to say what will happen in the future. But one thing we can do as a public, as a Meitei community, as an indigenous people, what indigenous people can do, that they need to be united, they have to stand together, and then they have to voice, they have to give pressure to the, to the MLAs of Manipur, to do something to raise their voices against the center. If they keep quiet, they keep mum, if they are just the puppets of the central government, then more and more troubles will come out in the future. Amrita?
Yes, I did. Very interestingly, you put the points, Oja. Thank you for that. I'd like to move on to the end of this program. I'd like to give the closing remarks to Oja Shantikumar. And also, I would like to raise one question to you, Oja, that a lot of people are demanding abrogation of the SoO agreement. There is one clause in the SoO agreement which says that the Manipur integrity, especially the territorial integrity of Manipur, will be safeguarded, that there will be no disintegration of the territorial integrity of Manipur. There is one particular clause that's in the agreement, and this clause is becoming an obstacle for those demanding separate administration and union territories, although this seems to be considered by them. But the thing is, if the SoO agreement is abrogated at this point, at this current juncture, doesn't that give those 2,000 plus cadres who are in those designated camps and enjoying some stipend a free run to whatever they want to do regarding Manipur? Will that also strengthen their demand for separate administration in union territories, or will this be a very good idea? And also, what can be done? What other steps that we may not know about? What are your thoughts on that, Oja? What would you say to that?
That's a good question, Amrita.
Oja Shantikumar, you're on mute.
That's a good question, Amrita. Actually, the SoO agreement, yes, clearly mentions that the safeguarding of Manipur's territory cannot be compromised. That means they cannot hurt the integrity of Manipur. So if SoO is abrogated by the center, and of course, the SoO militants, more than 2,000 SoO militants would definitely lose their stipend of 6,000 per month. That's for sure. And on the other hand, when the central government, Indian central government, abrogate SoO, another consequence could be these SoO groups have the freedom. They have the freedom to do whatever they want, to attack the central military force, paramilitary forces, or the state forces, or civilians. They will have definite freedom to do. So what central government should do is that, once SoO is abrogated, then central government needs to take very strong steps to flush out, to wash out, to crack down these militant groups from the state of Manipur. They should be driven out, through military crackdown or through dialogue. I don't know. So if central government doesn't do these things, then it could be dangerous. But I think right now, so far we know, they are also played by the central government. They don't do everything with independently. So they also follow the central, government's order. So we need to wait and see what kind of actions, or if the central government will abrogate or will extend the SoO PEC agreement. So concerning, I think Lang Tang's about, like he mentioned about June 18 incident could happen again if SoO is abrogated or SoO is extended. Yes, I think here he is talking about how the public, how the people of Manipur raised, on June 18 and 18 lives lost in that incident. So that kind of incident may occur again if SoO is suddenly abrogated or extended. Abrogate might be from the Kuki-Jo communities. They may rise, they may do something unwanted. If SoO is extended, on the other hand, Meitei communities may rise, may do something like June 18. I think that might be the meaning what Michael Lamjatang, says in his letter. So I think we need to wait and see what the central government does. But at the same time, we indigenous people, should be very careful. We have to be very watchful and what kind of steps we should take if the SoO is abrogated, if SoO is extended also, what kind of step we should take. We should be ready for that, all our CSOs especially, because the government, we cannot rely. They are puppets and they have no power now. So what we can rely on are the CSOs of Manipur. So our CSOs should get ready and to face any decision taken by the government. Amrita.
Thank you for your points, Oja.